So I bought a 62 untorn sheet of Sports Illustrated for Kids cards. There's photos of like 24, I can put a graphic on the screen here, 24 or so sheets. So the rest of them are going to be kind of a surprise. I would assume a lot of the best stuff was in those photos. That's kind of what I always assume when I'm buying lots like these. The asking price was $300. I paid $200. So let's take a look. All right, I cut the box open just for sake of time. And this is what I found inside. Just a single sheet of bubble wrap on top of an album full of pages of cards. And some of them were kind of like flopped over and stuff. They seem to be okay. A couple of the corners here you can see got a little curled on the cards, but doesn't seem to be any major damage. I didn't look through the pages yet, so we'll do that together. I know what some of these are, but hopefully we can find some diamonds in here outside of what I know is in there. All right, so there's supposed to be 62 pages in here. The seller did say he threw a few extras in. They were asking $300 for this, and I paid $200 just because I knew some of the cards in there were going to do real well. And honestly, it's just harder to get big quantity Sports Illustrated for Kids stuff for a deal. The market has sort of informed everyone that these are a good buy and a lot of fun. So we'll take a look at them and see what we've got, and you can tell me what you think. I'm going to actually pop this open so I can take the sheets out one by one. I think it'll be easier to take a look at them. So here's the first sheet. You can see they're all in pretty good condition here. I know in the photos one or two of the pages was kind of torn off poorly out of the magazine, so I'm going to lose a few cards. And there were one or two cards missing from the pages as well. But here we've got Al McGinnis, Mariano Rivera, Scottie Pippen, Andre Agassi, that's a good one, Kurt Warner, Ronnie Barton is a pretty decent one, Gail Devers is good, Gail Houston, and Khalid Kanachi. So an okay page there. A few Hall of Famers, you always want to see that when you get to the main sports players. Here's a Willis McGahee rookie. I just sold one of those, so that's a decent one. Steve Nash, Eric Hinsky, Jerry Stackhouse, John Smoltz, Joe Horn, Lane Beachley. Sold this card a few times, does well. Probably like $7 or $8. I noticed that there's like stickers on the back of these. And I'm not sure if that's prices or what. It's kind of strange. $431, $534. I don't know if these are like catalog numbers. The price, because if they're prices, they're really weird numbers. But anyway, and then there's Joe Sakic and Nicole Barnhart. I just sold some of those too. Female Team USA soccer players always sell very well. So here's a pretty good one. We've got Jake Plummer, Kendall Gill, Randy Johnson, Ricky Carmichael, considered one of the best motocross champions of all time. His stuff sells really well. Feels like there's more than one page in here. No, they're just thicker. They just made the cards thicker for that this month, I guess. I don't know. Tiger Woods, of course, that's always a good one. Keisha Sales. Female basketball players are really hot right now. Out Belfour, Vivian McGrath. I know I've sold a few of those. Sky Surfer, Ty Law. Then we've got Matt Williams, Daryl Armstrong, Vinny Testaverde, Gary Anderson, a Derek Jeter. That's very good. Jason Kreis. Carla Overbeck is a good one from Team USA Soccer. Dory Sellinger and Susie McConnell-Serio. I don't think I've ever had that card before. There's definitely cards in here I didn't have and currently don't have, which also drew me in. These are cool, a little bit bigger sized cards. These were like Olympic Hall of Famer ones, and I've done okay with these. Mary Lou Retton does well. Habib Bakia, Mark Spitz, Lise Hardell. I don't think I've had either of these before, or maybe not even that one. Let's see. Ulake Mayfarth. Jesse Owens, that one does really well. Tracy Calkins. Tommy Kono, I haven't had this one before, but I have a feeling that one will do well. I've done decent with like weightlifting stuff. Let's see what the stickers say on this one. $12.89, $5.95, $15.23, and $6.09. See, if those are prices, it looks like dollar signs in front of it, but very, very strange numbers. All right, so I'm going to get those put back in there. Basically, they take up a half sheet, so I just folded the sheet in half. Because these were loose inside the binder when I first got it. All right, here is some just Legends cards, again, a little bit bigger size. Tony Dorsett, Chris Everett, Mike Schmidt, and Edwin Moses. All right, and then there's this pocket story. Fold in half so that the panel 1 touches the blue panel. Unfold and turn over. Fold 2 to 3, then 5 to 4. Fold again so 1 is on top. So I've got some work here. I guess I got to sort of put this together. A bunch of different Roger Clemens photos over the years. Kind of fun. So this sort of folds over and becomes the front and the back, if I'm understanding that correctly. I don't know. I've never had one of these before, so neat. I like new stuff. Things I haven't done before. And I knew that some of these were going to be in here because these were in the photos. The Olympic Hall of Fame ones. This was in the photo too, just the top part of it. So again, we got some MVP stuff here. Best of 98. These are do pretty well. At first I thought this was, just looking at it, I thought it was torn, like all shredded on the bottom, but it's not. You can see the perforation on there, so I just gotta tear it off the rest of the way, so these will be nice and clean. Bart Starr, I've done really well with that one. Marcus Allen, Lynn Swan, Steve Young. Lynn Swan is great. You don't see a lot of Lynn Swan stuff for how great he was. And then same here, this has the perforation still showing, so just the bad tab has to be pulled off there. But Elway, Marion Jones, Michael Jordan, Mark McGuire, you can't go wrong with any of those 4 there. So some pretty good money in those sheets. Like I said, I've had those before, and they sold very well, so excited to get some of those back in stock. I might have 1 or 2 of those cards left, but that's it. All right. Champ Bailey, Mike Piazza, Trisha Burns, Aaron McKee, Randy Moss, Lance Armstrong. I think that's his rookie. And that one's done pretty well before. They say 2160 on there. I don't know, that might be a little aggressive, but Patrick Waugh, I've sold that one before. Stojakovic, and then Keith Kachuk. It's not a bad sheet there. Definitely some money in that one. All right, and then we've got Mookie Blaylock, Chris Carter. Chris Carter stuff actually sells pretty well. Kobe, of course, can never go wrong with a Kobe. They say 3 1/4 on here, way underpriced now. Sayri Pak, I've sold this card a few times. Is a really good golfer. Cesar Mora, the greatest inline skater of all time when that was a hot sport. He was on top of the world. Mike Allstott, I literally sold one of these today for $3. Christine Nordhagen, so that's a good one. And Tina Thompson, again, WNBA stuff's pretty hot. All right, we got Andre Johnson, Pedro Martinez, Sarah Hughes. I'm not sure who that is, but the name sounds familiar. Gary Payton, another Tiger. Tito Martinez, Parka Bonifay, Pau Gasol, and Tim Couch. Kind of an average sheet there. No real standout names. Carlos Delgado, Mark Messier. Just sold one of those. Steve Francis. Shannon McMillan's a good one. She's a legend in women's U.S. soccer. That's what they put on there. $642 for a price. Dante Culpepper, Ian Thorpe, Ray Allen, Cheryl Haworth. I've sold that before. Keyshawn Johnson. All right, Marl Holden, Tony Amonte, Isaac Bruce, Tony Miola. That sells really well. Latrell Sprewell, Giambi, Laura Wilkinson, Wayne Corbett, and Tim Hardaway. All right, Alyssa Steamer. Name sounds familiar, but I don't recall any sales of that. Clemens does okay. Brewski, that's a good one. Ormsby, Alan Iverson, Melvin Mora, Jake the Snake, Bernard Lagat, that sells really well, and Simone Augustus. Another women's basketball. Kobe Jones, legend in U.S. soccer there. Pedro. Ricky Waters, Debbie Black sells very well. Dion, of course. Steve Kerr. Yarmir Yager. I just had somebody come in and clean out most of my Hockey Sports Illustrated for Kids, so I'm glad to have that. Lizzie Davenport and Herman Meyer. So some good ones in there. Johnny Weir, that's a rookie for him. What does he have on this? 18-19. A little aggressive, I think, but Javon Walker, Jason Schmidt. Sophia Molinovich, Surfer cards do very well. Amari Stoudemire, Curtis Martin, Adam Dunn, Tiffany Weimer, I've sold her cards before. Rashad McCants, I don't even know who that is. College uniform cards, I always like that because it's basically rookie cards. Back then they didn't really have college products. Ruthie Bolton Holefield, again another women's NBA. Brady Anderson, Rod Woodson, Wilson Kipketer, Dan Marino, Gary Payton, Jessica Burke, Eric Burgust, and Iva Majoli or Maholi. Lots of randomness. That's what I love about these cards. Alomar, Antonio Freeman, Avery Johnson, Brandy Chastain. That's a really good one. Shaquille O'Neal had just sold one of these yesterday. Another Lance. I think the other one was earlier. I'll have to check. Ray Lewis stuff does okay. Mo Green, his does well. And Tisha Panachero. Never disappointing getting women's basketball cards. It's a big one. Cheryl Swoops. They've got $10 and something on it. That might actually be kind of right or under. Deuce McAllister, Scott Rowland, Eric Costin, a legend, and yeah, he's got 1480 on that one. That's a legend in skating. A-Rod, Kenyon Martin, Carlos Ruiz, Marcus Nisland, and Peerless Price. All right, this one's got 2 sheets in it, it looks like. This one's wasn't torn off too great on the top, but it's just an O.J. McDuffie, but the sheets are identical otherwise. O.J. McDuffie, Vince Carter, I've sold quite a few of those. John Smoltz, Jose Canseco, Terrell Davis, Teresa Weatherspoon, another legend in women's basketball. Ron Hornaday, legend in truck racing. Brian Grant and Fatuma Roba is a good one too. She runs for Ethiopia, which, if you know anything about distance running, they're the dominating country for that for sure. So this is actually a pretty good sheet to get 2 of. So I'm pretty happy about that. All right, Michelle Kwan. Oh, this is the April Fool's Day one. So there's all these like weird things about these cards. So you got Michelle Kwan on her rollerblades there. David Robinson dunking a soccer ball on a soccer field. I'm not sure who's that in the background there. Those players, I'm not sure. Mike Piazza with his goalie gear. Pete Sampras with a ping pong paddle. John Elway with a pie. Cheryl Swoops with a giant basketball. Paul Correa with a bunch of ducks on the ice. I've sold quite a few of this Jerry Rice card where he's juggling the footballs. Then Mark McGuire in a Cubs uniform. How ironic is that? Because he's working for the Cubs this year. Or at least he's consulting there or something like that. Eric Crouch rookie. I don't think that one does very well. Shannon Dunn. Jermaine O'Neal. Michael Schumacher. That's a pretty good one. 1372 he's got on it. Michael Jordan. Can never go wrong with any Jordans. It's funny, he's got 5 1/4 on it. There's no way. I will definitely get more than that. Kabubalin. Logan Tom. Another Jeter. Great. Anthony Thomas. All Here's some more Olympic legends, but they're regular size cards. We got Karch Karai, that's a very good one. Carl Lewis, that's a very good one. Matt Biondi, Greg Louganis, David Robinson. Sold pretty much all these. Vitaly Sherbo, Teresa Edwards, that's a really good one. John Smith, that's a really good one. Legend in wrestling. And Janet Evans. So that's a pretty cool sheet. Love these Halloween sheets. So these were always like the October month. They would put these in there. I got this Glenn Robinson as Scooby-Doo, Randy Moss as Bugs Bunny, Theo Fleury as Tommy Pickles from Rugrats, Christine Lilly, that's a good one. Women's soccer as Tweety, Vince Carter as Taz, Tim Dwight as Buzz Beamer. I got a whole bunch of copies of that. I think it might be I've sold one. Bucky Lassick as Bart, Jason Kendall as Ash Ketchum. And then I'm really excited about this one. I've never had this one before, and I think it could do really well. Tina Thompson, Cheryl Swoops, and Cynthia Cooper as the Powerpuff Girls. So that's a pretty exciting sheet for me. Looks like he basically had $5. It's funny, he has the highest price he has is on Tim Dwight. The one that hasn't sold that well for me. Just goes to show you how things change over time. Leroy Glover, Tracy McGrady, Alexei Kovalev, Mamadou Diallo, sold that one before. Gyro Alfonso, Ruth Riley. Don't think I've had hers before, so that should be a good one. Carl Malone, Catherine Darabi, Tim Hudson. So an okay sheet there. Ray Bork, Marvin Harrison. His son's going to be drafted this year, so his stuff has been doing better. Elton Brand, Natalie Williams, Vlad Guerrero. Biker Sherlock, I just sold one of these recently. He's a street luger, legend in that sport, I guess. Andre Scalaraga and Carolyn Shawson and Javon Curse. Let's see what they had for the price on that one. $3.29 for the street luger. None of those had very big prices. I still don't understand the pricing on these. Dwight Feeney, Kevin Garnett, Jim Tomei, Sue Bird. That's a really good one. He's got $3.03 on it, but Sue Bird is quite a legend in women's basketball. Josh Beckett, Ilya Kovalchuk, Andy Irons is a good one too. So like I said, surfing. Allison Felix, I've sold this card quite a few times. So they've got 12 on it. She does really well. Andrei Karolenko. You can see that Andrei Karolenko there. All right, we got some tennis. Jennifer Capriati. Bob Burnquist, that's a good one. He's a legend in skating. Jamal Lewis up there. Joe Sakic, Nomar. Haven't had the Nomar before, so that's good. Man, McDice. Dirk Nowitzki, Sun Wen. Had that card before, sold it. Darren Ernstad. This is a big one. Dawn Staley, she's the coach of the women's team that just won the national title. Sold quite a few of her cards recently. And then Donovan McNabb, Edgar Martinez. Now I'm looking this on the back. It's got full sheet $24.97. So I don't know if they just took the $24.97 and kind of split it up. Good prices to all these. I don't know, strange. Edgar Martinez, Darren Shapiro. Ooh, Kobe. Gotta love some Kobe in there. Sean Burke, Marlo Runyon, and Damon Stoudemire. And it looks like the one that's missing was an Andrew Jones. Which his stuff sells better than I thought it would too. I've sold some of his recently. There's another one with a couple of them missing, and it doesn't say what's missing. Tara Decatus, Landon Donovan, that's a really good one. He's a legend in U.S. soccer. Jason Kidd, Jeremy Roenick, Jerome Bettis, Darius Miles, and Stacy Dragila. Oh, this is a good one. Jenny Finch, softball pitcher, $1.66. That's going to do much better than that. Dwayne Wade, Vladimir Guerrero, Santana Moss, but here we're kind of where I was talking about how some of this is sort of torn out. At least it's Santana Moss, not a big deal. Randy Johnson, Dante Culpepper, Shamike Holdscloth, a little bit of paper loss there, but I think that one will still do okay. The overall card looks nice. Avengi, Nabokov, and Buddy Rice. Some of those I don't think I've ever seen that sheet before in my years of doing this. Same with this one. I think this one was in the photos, and I don't remember seeing this one before. Jimmy Pedro, Luis Savage, Dante Bichette, and real shame here, Michelle Akers with some paper loss. Should still get a sale on it, but that one would have done pretty well. Jason Kidd, Pavel Bure, John Wetland, not a big deal there. That's a loss. Jason Seahorn, Kara Hamilton, Penny Hardaway, a little bit of paper loss on that one. Charmaine Hooper, don't know who that is. Andre Miller, Mariano Rivera, that's cool. Little tiny corner. Nick there should still do okay. Kurt Warner, Hall of Famer. Jaromir Jagr, Hall of Famer. Jeff Gordon, I've sold that one a bunch. Lauren Jackson, Juan Pierre. Nice looking sheet on that one. 99 cents on the Lauren Jackson. Women's basketball stuff did not sell well for a super long time, so it's kind of interesting to see that really coming along. Mariah Ruth, women's soccer players do hockey players do very well. This one has a little piece out of it, but I think that one will do okay. Kevin Garnett, Brett Favre, Baron Davis. First time I've ever had an Ichiro, so I'm excited about that. Gustavo Quertin, I don't know. Curtis Martin with a good chunk of paper loss there. Angel Savol, Pro Biker. I've never had that card before. I think that could be fun. And Brendan Shanahan stuff sells okay. Nothing big on the prices on these. You look at Ichiro, 99 cents. Has the lowest price on of all the whole sheet. This one I've sold before. This is Chris Aarons. He's a rower. Rasheed Wallace. Bernie Williams. And again, a little bit of paper loss here with Edrin James, Larry Walker, Roman Turek. Again, shame here because Yolanda Griffith is a pretty good one. Just very on the edge there, so should still sell. Kevin Carter and then Susie O'Neill. Oh, this one's got a good portion of loss on the side. Marty Sertich, Joe Nathan, Emily Marismo, Jason Bay, Shaquille. This one does well. Ed Reed, Ogana Namani. Okay, Amado Guevara and Omika Okafor. Not much going on in that sheet. This one, a little bit of a rough edge. Not really paper loss, but just kind of rough. Andrew Jones, I've sold a bunch of those. David Beckham, that's a really good one. He's got 99 cents on it. Crazy. Mike Bibby. Michelle Weave, sold that card quite a few times. LeBron. Bill Miller. Tony Parrish. I think I've sold that card a few times too. Dwayne Rawlsome and Inge DeBruyne. All right, Scott Stevens, thanks for sticking with me through this long video. I appreciate it. Charlie Garner, Yao Ming, I like that. Andy Roddick, that's a pretty good one. I think that's like his rookie card, if you want to call it that. Richard Hamilton, Eli stuff does well for me. Marinette Pichon, Tori Holt, and Natalie Coughlin. Natalie Coughlin swimmer stuff does well. Sold a bunch of that. Sold a lot of Team USA men's cards recently, including Brian McBride. So maybe even another one of those. Been Nick Van Exel, Jean Sebastian Giger, Maylee Wickenheiser. Plays for, check this out, plays for Kirkonumi Salamat. I have no idea what that is. Tommy Maddox, Richard Jefferson, Sean Alexander, Shannon Johnson, and Gil DeFerrin. Lots of cards I've never had before, which I'm really excited about. Abby Wambach, that's a really good one. He's got 11 bucks on that one. Iverson, Kellen Winslow Jr. We all kind of know where he ended up, so that's kind of interesting. See how that does. Kind of a rookie. He's in a college uniform there. Jermaine O'Neal, Trent Green, Marty Turco. This one I was really excited about. Travis Pastrana. He was one of my idols as a kid, and look what they got on this. 99 cents. Crazy. Nobody wanted the weird sports back in the day. Swin Cash. I think I've sold a few of his cards before too. Wait, that's a female, right? Swin. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I've sold some of her cards before, and then Takeo Spikes. All right, we're about a little less than halfway through. Lindsay Jacobelius, Ben Roethlisberger. I think that's his first year card. Yeah, it's a 2004 card, I believe. So that's a good one. Francisco Cordero, Adrian Peterson rookie. I just sold one of those not too long ago. Jeter, Boozer, Chris Paul rookie. I've sold that one. Paula Radcliffe. I've sold that one, and Kurt Busch. I've sold that one. So that's a pretty solid sheet. All right, we got Larry Walker. Sean Kemp stuff does well. Marion Jones rookie. That one will do well. He's got 4.25 on there. See, what does that mean? 4 cards. I don't get it. Times 2. I don't know. Trinity Johnson, Barry Sanders. You can never go wrong with Barry Sanders stuff. Tim Duncan, Vanessa Atler, Eddie Pope. Remember watching him play when I was younger, so he's kind of a legend with U.S. Soccer. Roger Clemens. Same here, another inline legend. Fabiola de Silva, Jerry Rice, of course, Pippen, Testaverde, Cynthia Cooper. That's a good one. Sandy Alomar Jr. He's got 1016 on the Cynthia Cooper. Megan Heaney Greer, Brett Hull, John Stockton, all legends there, so that's a good one. Elway, Mia Hamm, look, he's got $8 on that. There's no way that's going to go for quite a bit more than that. Greg Maddux, Jackie Joyner Kersey, Jerry Rice, Wayne Gretzky, Griffey Jr., Steffi Graf, Barry Sanders. That's all easy sell page right there for sure. All right, Tom Glavine, Robert Ory, Terrell Owens. I've been selling a lot of Terrell Owens lately. Tamika Catchings, that's another good name there. Cordell Stewart, Jose Theodore, Clint Mathis, just sold one of those with all the Team USA. Naoko Takahashi, sold a bunch of hers over time. Torrey Hunter, they've got $3.81 on that thing. I don't know that I sold them for that much, but probably $2.99. Tom Gugliotta, Juan Gonzalez, Tara Lipinski's does okay. Monika Kaufman, anything where it's like Paralympics, stuff like that does pretty well. Hakeem Olajuwon, Andres Galarrago, Shamika Holdsclaw, another good one. Jeff Gordon, good one. Matt Sundin. Todd Helton, Peja Stojakovic, Freddie Adu, that's a really good one. He was kind of a big deal back in the day. He went into the professional soccer at like 14 or something. Courtney Capets, don't think I've ever had that one. Mark Bulger, I just sold a rookie of his. I don't know why, but somebody bought it. Kerry Wood, Martine Brodeur, Nicole Powell, another rookie female basketball, Mike Vanderjagt. Eddie George, Susie Hamilton sells, Kurt Schilling, Antoine Walker, Nomar. I've never had a Nomar before. Excited about that. Bruce Smith. Aronksta, Sanchez, Vicario. Don't know. Eddie Cheever sells, Ashley Tappan. So like I said, a bunch of stuff I haven't had before, and I really like that. It's good to round out when you're adding more inventory. Rod Strickland, Tony Gwynn, Brett Favre, Jenny Thompson, Ben Baker, Mike Piazza, Iris Zimmerman, Matt Hamill. This one has sold well. Yolanda Griffith, that's a good one. Trevor Hoffman, Eddie Jones, Alex Rodriguez, Danielle Fotopoulos, that sells really well. Jamal Anderson, Mike Madano, Mitch Richmond, David Duvall sells. Emma George. Just sold a Mike Madano upper deck rookie a couple days ago, so hockey's doing okay right now. Todd Bartuzzi, or yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it. Donald Driver, Chris Webber, Kim Clijsters, I don't know. Carmelo Anthony, rookie, that's a good one. Jason Taylor, Roy Jones Jr., that's a rookie too. I've done really well with that one. He's got 986 on that one. Brad Friedel, just sold one of those. Actually, a couple of Brad Friedel cards with that recent soccer order. Tony Parker. Dana Stubblefield, David Wells, Stephon Marbury, Marco Pantani, Biking cards are kind of sneaky. Like I won't sell any for a while, and then somebody will come in and buy like 6 or 7 different biking cards. So I like to continually try to build that inventory out too. Steve Young, Corrine Ruby, Katie Smith, legend. Peter Forsberg, legend. Kristen Maloney, women's gymnastics. Cool shot. I like that with the flag in the background. Scott Stevens, Jalen Rose, Pedro, another Katie Smith, Stephen Davis, Tara Dakitis, Warren Sapp, Todd Helton, and Jason Kidd. All right, we've got about 20 sheets or so left. John Stockton, Jimmy Smith, Kevin Millwood, Manny Ramirez, haven't had that card before. Carolyn Curl, Mark Ruiz, Inger Miller, Sells, Scott Gomez. Mark Recchi just sold one of those. Chipper, Sean Elliott, Scott Shipley, Steve Berline, Nicholas Voilaz. I believe I've sold a few of those too. He must have been a pretty good downhill biker. Regina Jacobs, Carlos Beltran, and Lane Beachley again. Lane stuff does well. Surfing is a great sell. Natalie Williams, Deborah Compagnoni, Tim Brown. There's the other Brad Friedel that I sold the other day. Glenn Rice, Jeff Bagwell, John LeClaire. Michelle Gould is good. She's a legend racquetball player. Chris Webber. I've done okay with the baseball ones of these milk mustache cards. Basketball hasn't done as well. I sold the Reggie Miller, but Jason Williams, Tim Hardaway, Kevin Johnson, Eddie Jones, Kevin Knight, Glenn Robinson, and Dikembe Mutombo. Not the most giantest names, but some of those will definitely go. All right, Marat Safin. I haven't had this sheet before. Gary Sheffield, Lisa Leslie. I'm really excited about that. That might have been her first card. Sabathia, Ray Allen, Bertrand Berry. I have no idea who that guy is. Interesting. Jennifer Rosales, Joe Horn, and Jeff Gordon. Women golfing does really well too. Well, all golfing does okay because they don't really make cards of it. Iverson. This one I'm really excited about. Layla Ali, who's of course Muhammad Ali's daughter. She was a boxer for a while. Sasaki, Mazzarell, Brian Mitchell, Stephon Marbury, Jeff Kent, Freddie Krueger. Sold a few of those. Zygmunt Palffy. This is a way for me to get not just non-card produced sports, but even like sports that I don't generally buy, like hockey and tennis and stuff like that. Simeon Rice, Tim Hardaway, Tino Martinez, Claude Lemieux, Dion, Holly McPeak. That's a good one. She does sells well. Stacy Dragula, Mark Brunell, Julie Foudy, legend in women's soccer. It's a good one. Love these character ones. I did not know this sheet was in here, so this is nice. Dominique Massimasianu, I don't know, has Little Red Riding Hood. We got Eric Lindros as a ballerina. Literally sold that one a couple days ago with that big hockey buy. Patrick Ewing as Frankenstein. This one sold well. I've had a few of these. Cal Ripken as a Tin Man. Lisa Leslie as Supergirl. Can't go wrong there. Troy Aikman as Luke Skywalker from Star Wars. It's a good one. Donovan Bailey as the Flash. Peekaboo Street as the Snow Queen. And Pete Sampras as Count Dracula. I haven't had that one before, so super fun cards there. They'll do well. Mike Bibby, Lance Berkman, Carlos Williamson, Brianna Scurry. I've sold her. Legend in women's soccer there. Ty Law, Omar Vizquel. Helio Castrovanis. Amazing driver. A lot of people know him from, he was the boyfriend on the new series of Full House. So kind of interesting there. Aaron Elby and then Ron Francis. And he plays like a retired race car driver or a current race car driver or whatever. So that's kind of fun with that one. Brian Jordan, a two-way sport player. Always have some popularity there. Grant Hill. I've sold this card before too. Grant Hill. Amanda Beard. Sudsy Monchik. Don't know who that is. I haven't had this sheet before. Eric Winaldo. That's a good one. Legend in U.S. soccer. Jeter, of course. Bettis. Allison Sider, and Marissa Bana. So a fun new sheet there to get into. Kerry Webb. Sold quite a few of those. Brett Boone. Shaq, of course. Link into it. I don't think I've had that one before. Skeleton Racer, so that's kind of cool. Might be my first Skeleton Racer card. Jeff Garcia, Nicholas Lindstrom, Mike Miller, Mike Hampton, and Tiffany Milbrett, another legend U.S. women's soccer. That's it for the card sheets. And then there were a couple pictures of some posters, but this seems like there's more than that. So we'll have to see what is here. This looks like it's Michelle Kwan. Let's see what this looks like. If I can get this open. So it's like a bio section for her, it looks like. It's got a guide to the Winter Olympics. And then I think this whole thing opens up, and it's this huge skating poster of her, Michelle Kwan. Pretty cool. It's got a little, it's hard to show on screen here, but it's got a little facsimile signature here down at the bottom. You can see right there. So that's cool. That might do well. I've been getting more into the Sports Illustrated for Kids posters. I've sold a few of them, so those come in the nice protective sheet. So I'll probably do that, and then I'll just, if it sells, I'll just put it between two nice pieces of cardboard so it wouldn't get bent. And that works out pretty well. That's how I've sent the mini posters that come in the magazines now. Here's a Piazza, same thing. I'm guessing this is a fold-out poster. You just don't see these. Nobody really saved this stuff, so it's pretty cool. There he is. Big shot. Let me look at how 90s this is with colors, and it's awesome. June, it says June of 1995. So pretty cool. And that was when he was with the Dodgers. That's what if you get Piazza stuff, you want Dodgers. The Dodgers stuff sells the best. So that's kind of fun. Let's see. This looks like Michelle Kwan again. She was big in that year with the Olympics and everything. She was supposed to be the medals champ. I don't know if she won a medal or not. I don't really follow skating. I definitely know the name, and I know her cards sell well. Same kind of thing. Big shot. Pretty cool. Like if you're into like ice skating, this is pretty sweet. And then this one was February. It looks like February of '95. Yeah. So simple. They're not hard to ship. You can still send it as a flat. And there's just posters aren't a thing anymore. So like those I sold every one of those Victor Wembanyama posters. I think I had 7 or 8 of them. However many magazine copies I bought. I mean, why not? At $8 or $10 a piece. This one's cool. I think this is Cal Ripken Jr. Yeah, Cal Ripken there. Big shot poster. Looks like it might not have been torn out with a ton of care, but let's see what it looks like. Let me fold it out here. Looks like they might just not have, yeah, they didn't, same thing with some of the cards. They didn't tear it off at the perforation. Can you see the perforation there? So I'll clean this up. Look how cool that is. Cal Ripken Jr. Big Shot poster. That's awesome. And then this one is from, let's see, where's the date on this one? This one is August of '95, it looks like. So yeah, these are just a run of posters from that one year, it looks like. So like the Jordan posters, I mean, those do really well. Anything Jordan. I like this Lou. I was kind of hoping it would be the Lou Gehrig one. I saw him on there. I was like, oh, Lou Gehrig poster would be pretty sweet. All right, this looks like Joe Montana. So again, another one of those big shot ones. Look at how young he was there. Let's see what this looks like. So yeah, another one of those big shot fold-out ones. Unfortunately, he's with the Chiefs. This is January of '95 right there. So that'll be fun. I like this. Just some different stuff. All right, get this one back in here, and then I think we've got 2 or 3 left. It's got a nice chunk of posters, and these I wasn't even counting these in as part of the purchase, really. Barry Bonds, How to Hit, huge poster inside. I was just counting the cards as part of my purchase, so if I can get, if some of these posters are pretty good and I can get $8 to $10 a piece for them. That's easy money. I might pay for my purchase with just the posters. Look at how sweet this is. Barry Bonds. Look at this 90s. Awesome. The little pictures in the middle, it tells you how to hit. Dude, there's some baseball coach out there that would love this. I mean, say what you want with Bonds, with his controversial drugs and whatnot, but the guy could hit. You know, you can't argue that. This is pretty sweet. It's all the stages of hitting. It's got Franklin baseball on there. It does have a little tear in the middle, unfortunately, but that's okay. I think we can work with that. All right. Next. Ironically enough, I just had a customer the last week or so who was buying cards of players that showed correct batting stance because he gives them to his little league players to show them, you know, what the big leaguers are doing to be successful at the plate, which I thought was pretty darn cool. So I don't know, it just gets me thinking on stuff like this, like, hey, somebody would love an instructional poster kind of thing. This one's got the perforation on it too, so this one's pretty clean. It's got LeBron on this side. I would think LeBron posters will do very well. This is from February of 2005, so like a second year poster, kind of third year poster. He was drafted in 03. And then it's got Jimmy Johnson on the other side, so could get a Driver fan or a basketball fan for that one. All right. The other nice thing with posters, they don't take up much space. I just throw them in between some of my albums in my cabinet, and then I pull them out and ship them when they sell. So not much different than the cards. All right, here is looks like another LeBron poster. That's not a bad thing. It's a bigger one, it looks like. Oh yeah. Look at this. LeBron James. And it's got his signature on there. You can't go wrong with that. Getting autographed LeBron stuff is basically impossible. So somebody having a nice, you know, facsimile signed poster for their wall, I think that could do pretty well. Okay, so then it looks like we got Donovan McNabb here for all those Eagle fans out there. I think this one could do okay. McNabb stuff does all right for me. Another nice big one here. Oh, looks like this one. No, it doesn't. Oh, it's still got the sticky on it from in the. Now look at a nice big McNabb poster here. Kind of the same style as the LeBron one. One's in good shape. I like the Gonna Fly Now kind of cover art. Same thing here. We've got a little bit of perforation that needs to be cleaned up. So I do that when I get this stuff in before I list it. I just want it as clean as possible when it's going to ship out. It looks like this is Alex Rodriguez. Not a lot of market for him, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe for a poster there would be. I got to tighten this up a little bit. Okay. I think this is another one of the big ones. Yeah, it looks just like the other one. A lengthwise poster, so that's kind of good with his signature on there. Another controversial career player. Sometimes long-term, that's good. It's done Shoeless Joe a lot of good. Even though he didn't actually cheat, but that's a whole other conversation. Here's Ben Wallace. How cool is that? Don't think you see a lot of Big Ben stuff out there. And again, it's clean. It just needs all the perforation torn off of it. It was a pretty cool little poster. I like that they always put the facsimile signature on there. Ooh, and then LaDainian Tomlinson on the other side. Love the two-sided ones. Gives you, you know, it expands your market a little bit to find a buyer on something like that. Unfortunately, no Griffey Jr. or, you know, like some of those bigger buy names. It's a lot of these controversial guys. A couple of LeBrons, though, that's pretty huge. Family Bonds. So this has got his dad and And Barry there. Here's the Big Barry Bonds. Another Big Barry Bonds poster here. Runs perpendicular, or horizontal, I should say is the correct term. It looks like that's it. So hopefully we can do like at least 5 to 10 on all the posters. It's only a couple bucks to ship them. Usually like $1.80, $1.60, something like that. So, and then I got this swanky little baseball card album for free. I could donate those. These can be resold. The padded ones do pretty well. It's in decent shape. So anyway, that's it for my Sports Illustrated for Kids buy. Thanks again so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to be notified of future videos. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share it to someone who you think also might enjoy it. Join the Discord, and we'll see you soon.